Good morning. It is Friday morning. We have our medication. We're going to go ahead and pop this top. And I'm doing this backwards. I'm aware. Hi, my name's Alonda. I am on a GLP-1 weight loss journey. I have been on this journey for 28 months. I'm going to go ahead and clean my top. Clean, clean, clean. Thank y'all for clicking the video. I do appreciate your time. And I have been on 12.5 for the last 2 weeks using name brand, and now I'm switching back over to compound. And okay, there we go. I had to double check what I was supposed to be doing. So I'd like to thank Mochi for sponsoring. Go Mochi! And so I had to look at the little thing again to make sure I knew. I am going 33 units for this medication. And this is Tirzepatide with L-carnitine. That is my favorite peptide to add to my peptide. And yeah. Now I did wash my hands, but I have not washed my face, and I'm touching every freaking thing. It is early on a Friday, and this is usually when I do my weekly update. So this week has been much like last week, where I did a lot of sleeping. 12.5, for whatever reason, brought me down to naps. And when I say naps, I'm talking 2 and 3 hour long naps. This girl was knocked out every single day. I don't know what's up with that. I've been on 12.5 before. I always clean it right afterwards. I don't know why I do that, but I do. My little stockpile. I'm going to go ahead and turn this light on. Let's turn the light on. All right. And yes, I'm still wearing my PJs because this girl has to get up and get some things going. And it was just easier to give you my shot before I got life going. I am going to do the bottom half of my belly, where my little flupa is. But I can't show you that. Not on camera. Not today. Not today. Y'all just gonna have to trust that that's what I'm doing. This bottom part, I'm gonna go ahead and clean it. But yeah, as far as this week went, I was on 12.5 and she made me nap. I am going back up to, no, this one is 12.5. That's why I double checked. So I'm staying on 12.5 for the next 4 weeks, and then I'll probably move up to 15 because I'm using a older vial. If you understand, you understand. And this was a 12.5. So I'm not gonna so much use up all my 12.5s because I do have 2 name brands. I have a box of pens and I have a box of vials that are also 12.5, but I'm not gonna use those. I'm gonna wait, and whenever the expiration date hits, or I decide to start going back the opposite direction, then I'll open those up. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and inject. I'm not gonna take a step back. I don't want to have to blur out some stuff. Here we go. We're going in. I'm doing 33. We're gonna go ahead and go backwards. It's weird because I did brush my teeth. I did not wash my face, and then I came downstairs, washed my hands, and started giving myself an injection. Ooh. Well, that was quick. Wait a little bit. All right. And then I go ahead and put this in my sharps container and close her up. Close this up. I ended up not using these. All right, so let's talk. All right, so I am back. I am dressed. I got on a whole outfit. I think y'all have seen these Ayugas before. I'm not sure, so I'm gonna just go ahead and try to show them to you. If I can get my life together, I can't get my life together. It's early. So these are my Ayuga shorts. They have pockets and bikers under. All right, so I can't make this very long because Chris and I are going to a grand opening of a tea shop here in the Houston Spring area. But let's replay how this week went. I know this video is all over the place. I apologize. I'm a little scattered right now. So this week, didn't stand on the scale in regards to weight. Again, going through body recomposition, which is why I'm happy to report this video. While the scale may not be moving, my inches are moving. Proof to this is I bought 2 pairs of shoes this week, size 10s. At my largest, I was wearing an 11.5. So I do have some 11.5s and some 11s in my closet that I need to work on getting rid of. Yes, and I've mentioned this before, like 2 summers ago, where I could put my foot in and shake the shoe. And many of you said to go take it to a shoe cobbler and have them repair it. But now it's to the point where the ligaments in my foot have actually shrunken. So you can see at the heel, they're just too big. So that is a great thing. I mean, I know we can't really watch our feet and be like, ooh, I'm losing weight in my feet. But we do. We do. And I've talked about it before, how my toes used to like Vienna sausages together, and now they're kind of like loose, almost like you can tell they've been on a diet. My toes don't really touch. I probably am not gonna put a picture of my toes. That's what I was debating. Don't put a picture in so y'all can see that my toes don't touch. But just trust me on this, my toes no longer touch. In addition to that, I have been using the Me 30, thanks to Mariella. She mentioned it in her video, and now I use a lot of tools to do my measurements, because while again the scale may not be going in the direction I want it to go, there's so many other dictators and justifications that we can use on these journeys. So I have a scale that I utilize to check my muscle mass, my lean mass, my fat percentage, and then I use the measuring tape to do that, and I do that every three months. So basically every time I go get blood, when I come home, I measure my body. That's kind of my routine. Unfortunately though, which is why I had to tap into Mariella's suggestion, I left my tablet at work. And for anyone who doesn't know, I'm a high school teacher and we're at summer break. So when I was doing summer school, I had my little tablet because I was preparing for this video. And then I put it in my room, and now the building's locked. So I could, wait to do this video in August, but I had it scheduled for this week because this is a week for it. So needless to say, I have been losing inches. So today is one of those days where I'm feeling skinny. And he's confirmed I am looking skinny. So here we go. And it's Ayuga pants. Y'all saw this one. It's the wide leg. And then just the rash guard with the little decoratives on the side. So it's Wednesday and I'm feeling skinny. And I've been documenting my inches so I can kind of show here what's going on. And then on my I don't really want to say a name brand. On my other scale that I utilize, I can see all the breakdowns, and I'll do a little video right here for you, because you can literally see that I'm healthier, my body's doing what it needs to do. It's just a good thing. And so again, I know, and trust me, when I say I know, I am saying this full-heartedly. I know it can be frustrating to stand on that scale after you've been doing everything in your power, in your being, to watch the weight go down. But again, the weight is not the only measurement of health. It's not. And it's taken me a long time to process that. I can't tell you how many doctors have said this to me, and it's finally starting to sink in. Grace, are you in here? Okay, I'm gonna use him as my reference, because earlier this week I received a negative comment from someone who actually told me in a previous video, I can't watch your channel anymore, I have to take a break. And I was like, okay, cool, just FYI, you never have to tell me that because I don't require that. But I do appreciate, what you've said so far. Everybody has an opinion. And then recently they went on this whole tangent about what they're doing and their life and how I'm doing it wrong. And that was so unnecessary, because the reality is that person was comparing their journey to my journey. And we all know that everyone's journey is different. Everyone's body is different. Everybody's hormone levels are different. And everybody's diet is different. I mean, when you're in a whole nother country, what you're eating there is not in comparison of what we're eating here. And we can show proof of that with just the World Cup. People were bringing outside food from their native land to make sure that they matched their typical dietary restrictions. So I know it is one of those comparison, devilish things that people do. Like, I'm gonna compare my journey to this person. I'm gonna compare my journey from that person. If we're going to compare, let's compare for helpful tips. That's the whole reason I built my channel, is to talk about the positives, the great things, because life out there is full of negatives. Now, luckily, I haven't actually had too much negative. This is actually one of the first, maybe second. This is the second person I've had to like, I can't have you on my channel. No, we can't do this, because they weren't bringing joy. And I don't come onto my channel with anxiety. I don't come on here with reservations. I just come as it is. Now, if you have a helpful tip, I appreciate that. But for you to be like, you're doing this wrong and you shouldn't be doing this and you shouldn't be doing that, you're not living in my world. You're not attending my doctor's appointments. You are not living for my children. I am living for my children. And yes, I ended up talking about it. Did y'all hear that sigh? He was like, ah. And then he did a whole shake of the head. Because he said, don't bring it up. It's whatever, Alonda. She's just jealous, and you know that. You got to move on from it. But again, and I know trolls are out there, we are starting these journeys, these channels, these relationships to build community, not tear down communities. And if you're here to tear down a community, move on. Now, I know I'm talking to the 99.9% of y'all who are like, oh, Alonda, we're rooting for you. Amy, I heard you. I promise you, I was driving for my son's water polo lesson, and we were listening. And I was like, oh, shoot, I got to figure out a way to text while, we're on this freeway. And so I appreciate it. Again, it's that community. And I just woke up to Joe, who told me, Alonda, you're my winner. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Again, support, love. We are on our way to a grand opening to a young 24-year-old who opened up a tea in a small little town. What would you call Spring? Like a city, a town? A town. It's a small little town, but we're going to celebrate her. I don't know her at all. But again, it's showing community and resilience. So I say all of this to say, as we stand on these scales, either daily, weekly, monthly, whatever our journey allows, we're doing that for a better life. And we can see those pivotal points in our lives. So take a moment and look at what pivotal greatness is going on for you this week, especially as we celebrate 250 years of independence. You are breaking away from the old you to become the new you. I thank y'all. Y'all take care.